Capricorn, hi. So this is going to be a reading for mid-November 2025. And I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Cappy. All right, the overall energy for the reading is the Judgment card. Let me take a peek. Oh, that's Cosmo. Welcome. Are you here to make a mess? Not through there. Through there. Yeah. That's an easier way for everybody involved. Okay. Okay. I'm wondering if you're making some decisions here, or hold on. No, I think, or some decisions are made for you. I don't know. But something is shifting, something is changing for sure here within a situation that you're dealing with. But starting off the reading, you get the Eight of Swords crossed by the Queen of Cups. Kind of overthinking here a little bit. Like you feel in the bigger picture, I see you feeling good about something, feeling super open, super like, yay, you know. But there's something that's stressing you out, something that you're kind of overthinking a little bit. Not a lot. It's not taking over, that type of an energy, so we're good. But it's there. It's kind of like a pain. In your focus, the High Priestess, I feel like whatever it is that you're doing, with whatever you got going on, you are trying at least to be very much in touch with your intuition, to go from gut instinct and to just go with how you feel. In the recent past, the Justice card, okay, so things look pretty balanced there, so you're coming from a good place with this one. It's still in a good place, as I said, there's just a little bit of something that's in the way there. In your strength, the Temperance card, okay, so you're patient, hopefully. That energy is definitely available for you, of patience. In the immediate future, the Hermit, really staying connected with yourself here, or reminding yourself of that and kind of going in that direction of let me stay connected to myself, let me go inward for a little bit. Oh, okay, so this is what it is. In the supportive energies, the Knight of Wands. Yeah, there's an energy that's moving towards you, and I feel like that's kind of is what's could be getting you a little unsettled. It's a good energy, though, from what I'm getting, and I feel like you're feeling that it's a good energy, but, you know, could be something new. The energy attached to you that you may not be aware of, the Nine of Swords. Again, the stressing part. It could be a little more than you think, because it's shown up in the hidden energy. So you could be saying, it's not a big deal, you know, I got this, but you keep on waking up, you know, several nights in a row, way earlier than you should. You know, things like that kind of keep you up at night a little bit without you realizing that, okay, I'm stressing about this. In your hopes and fears, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so you're in a good spot here. You're in a really good spot. You got pretty nice, steady, balanced energies attached to you at this moment in time, and I feel like you are aligning with a lot of that. I don't know what this pain in the ass is here of what's your commotion about? What is it that kind of eats at you in this one? In your hopes and fears, hoping for a brand new beginning, you know, something that is going to go smooth, something which I feel like it is. And in your potential outcome, the Nine of Cups. Yeah, that's happiness, internal happiness, you know, that sense of, ooh, I got this, you know. Okay, let's see what's underneath all this. What is... Hold on. I'm hearing a sound that wasn't here before. Is it you? Yeah, you little. Okay, got it. Anyways, let's do the Judgment card. I got all sorts of stuff around, lights, mics, all sorts of stuff that's kind of held to this table. And if I'm not working and the cats are playing around, because this is their room ultimately, then things might get a little moved, and then it's like I hear these sounds that weren't there before, or shit like that, and I'm like, okay, it's bugging me. But anyways, for the Judgment card, you get the Lovers, the Hangman, the King of Pentacles. It's like waiting for a decision to be made or something, because it's not here yet. You're in the midst of this in the making type of a decision, maybe. And it could have to do with a connection that you're part of and it's super important to you, but you gotta wait for it or something like that. You're pretty confident though. You're not, I don't think that's the cause of you being stressed about something here. You're showing up as, whatever will be, will be. We just gotta wait for it or something. Let me see here. For the Eight of Swords, you get the Knight of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Nine of Swords. What is this Knight of Wands? What is this? This is an energy that moves towards you, but it's stressing you out. Why is it stressing you out? Because it's a good one, and you're showing me I feel like it's a good one. So then what about this energy stresses you out? It's been here a minute ago. Like it's not just showing up now. It's been here a while. But you're stressed out. Something about this energy stresses you out. Let's do the Queen of Cups. The Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Fool. Man. You're trying your best to not stress out, to not be here with it, to stay connected to your heart, to do all of that. But I think it's more stressful than you let on. I think it brings up some fears for you or some insecurities or things like that, what could this be? For the High Priestess in your focus, you get the Moon, the King of Swords, the Seven of Cups. But then at the same time, you're giving me a sense of carrying this energy of you being convinced that it's all going to turn out fine. It's all going to be better than fine, So you're trying to connect a lot with that, which would mean you're trying to stay connected to yourself, not to your mind. Because your mind can take you places here. Especially that type of an energy there. Yeah. So right now in your focus, you're really, really focusing on, let's bring it back home. Let's stay connected to my heart, not with my mind. Especially when my mind runs loose like that. Okay. You're convinced, like you're carrying this energy of just knowing that everything's going to be just fine here. For the Justice card, you get the Chariot, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Swords. See, yeah, whatever the situation is that keeps you a little bit on needles. Not a lot, but still, it's a pain. There's a smoothness to it. It's working out great. Even in the past there, it's looking like it was just running on its own. It still is, but since this freaking energy popped in, that's when the stress began for you. And I don't know what the fuck this is. It's almost like challenging you to do something. Something good. It's good. It's a good energy, but it brings out things for you. Let's do the Temperance card in your strength. The Five of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Cups. There is the concept of patience is definitely present, but then so are you. Being like, what patience? Well, nah. Can we get past this like really fast? Like I was in the journey. I was doing fine. Everything was great. And then since this started, can we get past this part of the journey and, move along? You're kind of like that. You're trying to skip here because it's becoming a little complicated. But you, again, in the bigger picture, you do seem to hold patience for this. But with this one, you kind of want to skip this chapter. For the Hermit in the immediate future, you get the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Star. in here, I think you're starting to look into yourself a little bit, and you're starting to see how you're standing in your own way. If there's any way that you're standing in your own way, but you are finding something. And, just being up here a lot of times is us standing in our own way. Allowing for this to kind of get a hold of us, and that's our existence, only living through the stories that are made from up there. That's us standing in our own way. But I see you stopping in your tracks and just kind of being like, okay, what am I doing here to stand in my own way? So, okay, well, that's good. That's a good assessment there, or a good attempt for an assessment. That means awareness. That means, okay, something's going on. I don't want to let this take over. Let's see. For the Knight of Wands, in the supportive energies, you get the Four of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands. So it does have to do with another person's thing, something going on for them, potentially. Why is that getting to you? Because they're important to me. Oh. Okay. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's understandable if it is someone close to you. Because I do see a sense of commitment here from this Knight of Wands energy that brought this in. There's also a sense of separation here that comes from them, not from you. It comes from them. That they don't want to feel that. I feel like maybe they're going through something. It's not something that, oh my God, the worst situation of their lives, and no, but it's stressful. It's and since this energy came into the scene here at some point, I feel like you picked up some of that stress from them or something. But it can mess with you. That's the thing. If you let it, this whole let me stress about things. Let me, I get the sense of I care for them, and it impacts me, and yeah, it would. But wouldn't you wanna, instead of picking up their stress and dealing with that for yourself, wouldn't you rather just hold the space for them to go through all of that? I don't know, because otherwise you're just building on stress, then stress, then stress, then I don't know. I'm just saying. But anyways, for the for the Nine of Swords in the hidden energies, you get the Eight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Six of Cups. What are you? I keep getting this for you for a minute here. A little bit different every time, but kind of the same concept. It's like you're dependent on whatever you're waiting for when it comes to this commitment, or whoever, whatever this is. You're giving me a sense of, well, I don't know exactly how to build on the future then. How to, what do I do next? How do I plan? Do you have to? At this moment in time, while you wait for this especially, because that's how you're going to get stuck. Because, I mean, whatever you're waiting for, it's not a lifetime of waiting from what I'm getting. I'm getting a sense of, yeah, you got to wait for maybe a couple of months, maybe a couple of years, but not a lifetime from what I'm getting here. So, I don't know. Do you have to plan? Can't you just go and do without the planning part? I don't know. Because that's kind of what's at the root of your stress about things. Like you're dependent on this to know how to move forward or something. And it's like, can't you move forward still? In a different way than just planning or having this reassurance that, I don't know. I'm sure there's ways. Let me do the Ace of Pentacles. In your hopes and fears, the Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Death card. You're scared. You're scared. It's like you need to have this reassurance. You need to have a guarantee of, no, I need to have this in order to do that. If I don't have this, then I'm scared that I'm not going to have that. What's next? What should be next? So every time you're in these types of energies of fear, of insecurities, of oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, you're not aligned with yourself, with your heart, because that would keep you in the present moment. With these energies, you're stuck in the past, you're stuck in the future. You're stuck in the past that keeps you dependent on the future. You know? And that allows for your fears to come in. Which would be fine if you were to be aware of them and kind of welcome them into your life again and be like, hey, fear, what's up? You know? If you have acknowledgement over them and work through them as they come. But let me do the 9 of Cups and the potential outcome, the Queen of Wands, the Emperor, the Hermit. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. It's like magic. Like all of these energies, you throw them out the window and you're back to yourself there. Like completely in touch with yourself, 100%. You're stepping into your power. You're like, here I go. Here I am. All clear. Okay. Okay. So maybe it's just a reminder, this type of an energy of, hey, what are you doing? You know, bring yourself back. Okay. Yeah, you're doing it. Okay, good. And I don't know how. I don't see... Well, it's either whatever this is going to pan out in the way that it needs to, or you're starting to kind of align with this energy that I see here in your focus of, you know, I'm convinced everything's going to be just fine. I don't know, but you're doing it. So, from the universe for you, as a final advice, you get the Ace of Wands, the 8 of Cups, the Hierophant. Look, again, if this is surrounding somebody else that is indeed, from what I can see here, very, very close to you right now, and let's say they're going through something. Let's say whatever you're waiting together so that you know how this dynamic proceeds, from what I can see in the reading, right? Try to refrain from that whole sense of the savior. You know, I'll save you. I'll make it better. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll even pick up your stress for you. No. Try not to do that. It's not your stress. It's not your worry. You have your own about the situation. But make sure you don't pick it up from them so that, you know, it makes you feel like you're helping them out or you're saving them or you're, you know. All you can do to help out here is create a space for things to unfold. There's a reason for things not panning out, you know, faster than they should. Who says they should? You know, you do, or we do. So, yeah, try not to, because I see you going in there towards this dynamic, trying to fix it, to make it better, to, you know, something. But anyways, let's do Myths and Mermaids Oracle. You get Shipwreck Siren. Ooh. Number 40. There it is. And we have a poem. Sing to me, siren, of those lustfully depraved of gluttony, excitement, and vanity displayed. Sing to me, siren, of excess and greed, of slothful indulgence and heady mead. Sing to me, siren, of debauchery and fame, of riches and shiny things. I'll stand fast yet again. A deceptive siren smiles gently at her victims. Behind her, however, we see her true intentions. She has lured an unsuspecting ship's crew towards the jutting rocks of her island. She tests the wills of those she seeks and takes advantage of the weak and undisciplined. Divination meaning: exercise your discipline. Soon your willpower will be tested, and you will have to employ great discipline to make it through the rough seas ahead. Just like Ulysses was tested by the siren song, you shall have to steel yourself again. Great temptation. This is a time to prove to the world that you are made of stronger stuff and can withstand whatever is thrown your way. Maintain a strict schedule, moderate your consumptions, curb your appetites, and be prepared to be tested when you least expect it. Take some time to contemplate the vices you are most susceptible to and where you might be weak. If you maintain discipline, focus, and dedication to your goals and ideals, you will sail through the tough times with your head held high, and you will be a stronger, healthier person because of it. Antithesis. The rigidity is demanding. Your rigidity is demanding. Add more flexibility to your life and you will add resilience. Even the strongest oak can break branches in the wind, and likewise, you too can snap under great pressures. Be like the bamboo or the willow. Bend with the changing winds, and you will never crack. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.